to what's up, everybody? This is the part of the podcast that the people who listen don't get to see. But I'm gonna start the recording, so we're gonna get this podcast going. All right. Westifer Luna. Is that your full name?
Sean, my middle name. But yes, that's my full name.
It's not Westifer?
No.
That would
No
be cool
T.
though.
I've gotten that a lot.
Legally, we're live on YouTube, so you have to tell me the
legally.
truth. Yeah,
No T.
no West.
No. No T.
West.
It's silent.
Okay. No West.
No. No T.
West.
It's silent.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for having me. I know we meant to do it yesterday, but kind of a reschedule issue.
Shit happens all the fucking time.
Work.
So, tell myself and the listeners a little bit about Westifer Luna.
I used to be in a band called the Photo Atlas. And
I'm gonna go adjust the volume real quick.
We were on Allentown for our first record, and that band disbanded. I took a 3-year hiatus, and then I joined a new band, which
And then-
is Stereo Shifter now.
Hell yeah. So, how much time was in between the Photo Atlas?
3 years. I didn't really do
It was only 3 years?
Yeah, I didn't really do anything for 3 years.
I guess.
Well, I mean,
you
I
did.
kind of played, and
Yeah.
I know for a minute you guys tried me out for a rhythm guitar player, but the timing didn't really work out at the time.
Yeah.
But
It's.
I did a couple shows by myself, but other than that, I didn't really do much.
You've been doing solo stuff for a while, right?
Yeah, I'm working on
I may have YouTube stalked you the other day and
Yeah.
watched old covers.
old covers. Yeah, I'm working on a new one.
Yeah.
My buddy Nick from In My Room. I don't know if you've heard of him, but
I don't think so. Sounds familiar though.
he's a young kid about just turned 21, but he's been helping me produce my new record.
Nice.
So it's coming along pretty well. We have 2 complete songs finished,
Yeah.
and then we have one that we're writing, and another one we need vocals added to it, and then that will be done
Nice.
probably about 9 or 10.
So is it gonna be a? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So basically a full length.
Full album, and
Damn.
debating about having Jack and Dino mix and master it, maybe.
Who's that?
Jack and Dino mixed and recorded the first Nirvana record.
Really?
And then he did a couple Soundgarden records and a bunch of other stuff, but him and I have been emailing through the year.
That
So-
can't be cheap.
And, I mean, he told me the other
Playing
day,
in a band isn't cheap.
no, I mean, it'd be worth it for the quality for sure.
Period. Okay.
But he told me the other day he's been kind of busy. He doesn't want me to send him stuff and then have me wait for a long time for him to get
Yeah.
back to me. So
Being upfront with you.
yeah, so I'm gonna get back to him when the record is done and figure out if he has free time to do it.
Nice.
So
So, what got you into music? Like, what was the band? Do you have like a defining moment?
my parents have been taking me to Taste of Colorado since like 1993.
That's when I was born.
Yeah, I saw Three Dog Night 1995 at the Taste of Colorado.
Okay.
So that show kind of seeing older people playing music
Yeah.
and still, enjoying it made me want to do it.
Yeah. Made you want to play guitar?
Yeah, pursue it. I mean, I've kind of been playing, but I didn't really start until I was like middle school,
Yeah.
officially playing. And then I started playing like metal bands when I was like 15. But I drummed, I didn't play guitar.
That's right. You did.
Yeah.
Huh? Do you you play all instruments? Guitar,
I do, yeah.
bass.
My new record, I'm doing all of it.
Whew. Damn.
Yeah. Well, I have my producer Nick doing vocals, and
Yeah.
he does guitar and a couple tracks, but for the main part, I'm doing all of it.
Is he just doing guest vocals?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
there's there might be one song I might have him do the whole song through. I feel like his
Nice.
vocals are a little better than mine.
Yeah.
But yeah, him and I have been working on it for the past 2 months now,
Okay.
and we've only gotten 4 songs.
So how did you go from playing drums in metal bands to playing bass in the Photo Atlas?
I did the metal thing for a long time, but I kind of wanted to do
You had the metal hair for a long
I
time.
did, and my
First
hair,
time I met you?
I don't even know what year, I just turned 30. I think we know each other, so I was at least, 17 maybe? I've known,
Somewhere around
yeah,
there.
because Mike Wall, we've known
Yeah.
him for a long time. So I've kind of known you for almost, maybe not quite as long as Mike, but
Yeah.
a little,
Quite a while.
yeah.
Damn, time flies.
Yeah, I know, I'm 30 now, so it's weird.
Yeah.
I don't feel 30.
I don't think I'll feel 30 when I turn 30.
No, but yeah, I needed a new genre
Yeah.
of music to. I had a friend pass away in 2008 too, and so I feel like I kind of took a year off, and
Yeah.
then I got back into it, kind of like now. But
What kind of metal was it? Was it like death metal?
no,
Or was it like
I can't really remember,
hardcore?
to be honest. We did some, things back then where
Yeah,
you can't really remember the songs you write.
of course. Yeah. Oh.
Being 15 years old.
Yep. That's about the time.
But,
Write a bunch of songs that never existed anyway.
yeah. Well, the thing about that was we did get a record label offer.
What?
Yeah, and then at the time my guitar player was, he went to rehab for drugs at the time.
How old so you were 15?
I was 16, and I'm a year older than him, and he had to be 15.
Shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
It was some label from New York City emailed me, and we were actually on our way to his house
Yeah.
to tell him, because they were gonna fly us out there to play a showcase.
Oh, wow.
And then there was a cop car in front of his house, and I knew he was going to rehab.
Damn.
Yeah, so
So you've been in that rock star life for Couple
one
years.
decade, yeah.
Whew.
About 2 decades almost.
That's crazy. I don't even think I could have fathomed what rehab was when I was 15.
I don't think we were ready. Well,
I was sheltered.
they had if we were to sign to them at that time, they already had a Europe tour scheduled for us if we were to sign with them.
Damn.
So I was like, I don't think 4 15-year-olds would be ready to go over there.
Yeah.
That probably worked out for the best.
Well, Paramore started when they were 15,
Yeah,
or at
that's
least
true.
the drummer was. It hit or miss,
Yeah,
always.
I mean,
Did you know that the Backseaters are famous in Europe?
you've been telling me this. You were telling me that a couple of years ago too.
I've been saying it for years. I figure if I keep saying it, it'll be true.
They like rock and roll music better than Americans do.
Exactly. You know what's crazy is when I look at the statistics for the podcast, the number 2 country is Italy. Italy's like near the top.
Italy.
And then it like lists all the other countries that are listening to it, and
I figured
blows my mind.
Mexico is pretty good. Like Mexico City, they're pretty big on like top of music too.
Yeah, there's all over the world, man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
have you only toured in America?
Yeah, I would like to do out of the country.
I would kill to do Europe,
me too.
because like that's where all our fans are.
A
You know?
lot of. I feel
All
like
right,
a lot
I'll
of-
stop.
I feel like a lot of our friends haven't gone over there,
Yeah.
but none of our bands have had a chance to do it.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yes. So, played metal music. How'd you get hooked up with the Photo Atlas? You just kind of got
I hung
tired
out
of
with
metal.
them. I hung out with them at Rock Island. I don't know if you ever went to Rock Island back in the day.
I don't
It
think
was
so.
like more upbeat version of Live Spot, kind
Yeah.
of like the more.
Where was it at?
I can't really remember. It was like somewhere by where the marquee is now.
Okay.
I can't remember the exact spot where it was.
Yeah.
But I'd hang out with him at Rock Island all the time, and then the High Dive when I was old enough.
Yeah.
Because I met them when I was still in high school,
Oh damn.
like my senior year. So, and then I started doing merch for them,
Okay.
and then they eventually again invited me on tours, and then excuse me, I'm drinking beer and it gives me hiccups. And then the rest of the members left, so my good friend Alan invited me to join bass guitar with him
Nice.
for the last couple years.
Yeah, I remember they were pretty established.
Yeah, the
in
first
Denver for
record
a
was
while,
on
huh?
Island Def Jam was the first.
It was?
Yeah, and then a couple of records later, Solar Transmission from New York, and then they kind of just did it on their own after that. But I wasn't in a band when they were on Island Def Jam, but that was 2007 when the first record came out.
Yeah, a lot of bands are doing that nowadays where, I mean, if you want to offer me a record deal or Wes a record deal, we would gladly accept. But at this stage in the game, as far as like music goes, like you have bands such as A Day to Remember, The Main, Being as an Ocean now, all of these bands don't have labels. And I guess what I've kind of realized, because there's also a band from Denver called The Anchor, who, you know, I've heard they go out on tour, they actually have people show up at the shows, and then they come back and they actually have money. So it's like, if you can create a self-sustaining business, fuck it.
I don't think you really need a label nowadays with internet.
Yeah.
I feel like before the internet really blew up, it was helpful, but
Yeah.
a lot of bands DIY now,
Yeah.
which, I mean, it does help with the support for money.
Yeah. Well, because, I mean, I buy music still,
I still
vinyls
do
and
too.
CDs.
I like Spotify, but if
Yeah.
I see a cool vinyl that I like, I'll buy
Yeah.
it.
I always say that Spotify's like a taste test.
Yeah, that's for me. I like Pandora, but I like the fact that I can just pick whatever,
Yeah.
song I want to listen to.
Because of Spotify, I just started listening to this. They're kind of like melodic hardcore, but they play in really weird time signatures. They're called Napoleon.
I think I've heard of that band.
They are.
It's kind of like that band Chon. You've heard Chon?
I haven't heard. I've heard of Chon.
They're music like
Yeah.
instrumental, but they play
Okay.
a weird time like that.
Yeah.
But they're good. I think I've seen them one time. But
Yeah.
I've listened to them a lot.
Yeah. Well, thanks to Spotify, I am
Yeah.
now a fan of Napoleon. If you guys check this out, you're welcome on the podcast for sure.
And Chon too.
We'll take Chon. Wes can interview him.
I'd probably invite Alan down for that one. He really loves Chon.
Yeah. So, musically, you've gone from metal to rock and roll, all different kinds of rock and roll. What is that like across the board for what you listen to as well?
I listen
or-
to a lot. There's some things I don't put on in mixed company because I feel like other people might not be into it.
Like
Is
what?
that the other day I put on the first couple Muddy Waters records,
Oh,
and he's
okay.
like an old like blues artist.
Jack White's really big on
Yeah,
him.
he wrote that song "Baby Please Don't Go." You probably heard it before, like that old blues song.
Probably.
But Muddy Waters and
And the Rolling Stones, they were
Yeah.
really big on
they.
Muddy
I
Waters
don't know
as
if you
well.
saw that
Keith
over
Richards.
Halloween weekend. They
Oh no.
put their logo up on the
Oh
the
yeah,
stadium,
on Mile High.
and then they took it off.
What was that about?
I think they can't. I think they were trying to get them to come here, and they can't false advertise. So I think they legally had to take it down because nothing wasn't really confirmed yet. At least that's what I
Okay.
heard. Because I saw it driving by.
Yeah,
the-
I saw a
the day.
picture of it,
Yeah.
but
I actually saw it drive by, and then it was the day after Halloween. I went to drop my fiance off at work,
Mm-hmm.
and then on the way back from picking her up, it was gone.
Damn, that is insane.
Yeah, so I think I don't know what they were doing. They're
Yeah.
probably just trying to get me to come play here.
Who knows, man?
Yeah.
Denver, it's grown so much. Maybe, right?
Well, they haven't been here in a while, so I was looking forward to it.
Yeah. It'd be cool to see the Rolling
Oh,
Stones.
well, yeah.
Just to say, you know,
Yeah.
you've seen them.
All those bands are, there's a few of them left.
Yeah.
Who have all the members alive, you know.
What are some other ones you're a fan of? Rolling Stones.
I like Jerry Lee Lewis, that whole Sun Record Company
Mhm.
lineup, Johnny Cash, Elvis.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some stuff I don't put on with other people, but
And that's the Muddy Waters and
yeah,
stuff.
that's like Elvis type of stuff like that.
How come you don't listen to that with people?
I mean,
Elvis and
you know,
Johnny
people
Cash.
our age nowadays, a lot of them don't even like the music we play.
Yeah,
So that's
I'm
why.
very aware.
Yeah, that's why I'm like hesitant. I can never tell who's into what. So
Yeah.
if I know you like the same type of music, yeah, I'll put it on. We're hanging out, but
That's very considerate of you because
Yeah.
I don't do that at all.
like a lot of people I work with only listen to like EDM stuff. So
Oh, yeah.
it's kind of hard.
You know, I give EDM credit because, you know, they do the live, is it live mixing that they do?
Yeah, sometimes I'll have like
Yeah.
a guitar player.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm saying like a lot of, for instance, rock musicians hate on EDM, but at the end of the day, they had to make those songs beforehand,
Beforehand, yeah.
and whatever they're doing, like, they also have to worry about, you know, bass decibels and shit like that, not just the
I do,
songs, you know?
I do like that Marshmallow.
Yeah.
There's that one song on the radio that they play with us a lot. It was,
Yeah,
like, Happy, whatever that song is called. I think it's called Happy or something.
I can't remember. I
Yeah,
know
that-
Brian Fallon did a cover of one of his songs.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah.
Like there's a couple of them I like. But
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like you said, there's some that have guitar players, or they have live drums, or
I do like Post Malone.
Yeah. is that your guilty pleasure?
Yeah, because he also plays other instruments too. Like
Yeah. He
plays, like-
shreds on the
Yeah,
guitar.
he does. And he likes a lot of like
Yeah.
the same music we do.
Yeah. Have you seen that video of him singing "I'm Made of Wax"? Larry, what are you made of? By
Yeah.
A Day to Remember.
I also saw him with
Sure.
Aerosmith on the. It was like some award show. I can't remember what it was, but he did Dream
Yeah.
On with him.
Damn.
Like he did the first verse, and then they came on
Yeah.
after him.
Well, it's crazy because he can rap. Obviously, he has his rap songs, but like the dude can fucking
Yeah, he
sing.
plays a really good guitar too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
People like that I like.
Yeah. So I mean, it doesn't sound like you're too guilty about
No.
it. What's like your guilty pleasure that you're like, people are gonna hate me for liking this?
That's a good question.
I'll tell you mine if you tell me yours.
Probably I do know all the words to a couple Spice Girls songs, so.
Okay, now we're cooking.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, I don't, but I would have to say mine is an artist. I mean, I'm not too guilty about it, but I mean, there's a lot of like hip hop that I listen to.
Yeah.
But there's a new artist. He's called Juice World, and I mean, I like him because the dude can actually like sing, and he does kind of like emo rap. I don't know. It's pretty cool, but
I'll check it out later.
yeah, him and just random hip hop artists.
I do like John Mayer.
Yeah, that's not a guilty
No,
pleasure.
with
He's
his-
insane.
His latest song, my fiance and I are like in love with. It's called New Light. I don't know if you've heard it.
Is it a new single or it's off of it?
It's new-ish.
Okay. Is it the one with the funny music video?
Yeah, the thing we saw when it first came out
Yeah.
and we read about it, and he said he made it because his record company didn't want to pay a bunch of money for him to do a video, so he just went to some place where he lived, close to where he lived, and did in front of a green screen, and did it for like really cheap, like $1,000 or something. All because his record company didn't want to pay for a video, and he was like, "No, I'm gonna do one anyway."
That's insane.
If you haven't like checked out the video, it's like really funny. It's like a comedy music video.
The great thing about John Mayer is like, again, a lot of people shit on him because of Your Body Is a Wonderland, which still, I mean, the guitar in it is, you know, it fits, but like a lot of people.
A classic song now.
Yeah, I guess, but a lot of people I don't think have listened to like John Mayer Trio, where he really rips on the guitar.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the best guitar players of our generation.
I like him a lot. My brother lives in LA, and he ran into him at a bar one night. Called me up after. He's like, I just ran into John Mayer.
Damn. Why don't I run into people like that?
I've had my share of run-ins like that.
I've met people, but never like, oh my god, that's fucking. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, there's one time, Amy was my fiance.
Yeah.
Amy and I went.
Congratulations, by the way.
You.
I don't know if I've told you that.
I think we both got engaged a little bit.
2015.
Yeah, I think both of us got engaged around the same time.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You and I are basically like twins.
Yeah.
They're 5 years apart.
5 years apart.
I just cooked in the oven a little longer, I guess.
No, I mean, I have a bunch of tattoos. I can't even tell my skin anymore.
You know, that's, well, okay, I guess people still are getting tattoos, but like, I mean, like doing, I don't know, tattoos and, you know, gauges. A lot of people don't do the gauges anymore.
I did it for a minute and then it fell out when I was sleeping, and I was like, yeah, I'm over it.
Yeah, I mean, if that happened to me and they've shrinked up or whatever.
Because it was like my third time doing it, trying to do it, and I was like, alright, I'm done.
Back to the guilty pleasure though,
Oh,
I remembered it. My guilty pleasure right now, this is like guilty. I take back the hip hop. I'm not guilty about that. My guilty pleasure, and I've talked about it on the podcast before, is the Grateful Dead. I'm guilty because I talk shit about the Grateful Dead and like Deadhead fans and stuff for years. And like, I just, you know, they were a jam band, fuck them. I like 3-minute punk songs. Even though I write, you know, 5 to 6 minute songs now. But I don't know what happened. Well, okay, I'll tell you what happened. I watched a Bob Weir documentary and I was like, damn, that guy's good at guitar. And then I watched the Long Strange Trip documentary on Amazon, and that's like the full Grateful Dead documentary. And I heard the song that like hooked me was a song called Casey Jones, because I know I'm guilty of it, but their album Working Man's Dead is basically a folk album.
I also just thought of mine now.
Okay.
Aqua.
Who?
What is it? Aqua?
Oh no, Barbie Girl.
Yeah, I like Dr. Jones. Is my favorite one. That song Dr. Jones. I don't know if you remember that one. Skate City Days.
Damn.
Yeah, I just remembered it.
You do have some guilty pleasures.
I know. I hope Amy doesn't find out, but she probably will.
Why, is she gonna make fun of you?
Probably.
Damn. So I'm interested in Stereo Shifter, but I kind of want to talk about the solo stuff, because I've always kind of wondered, what would you classify the genre of your solo stuff?
I don't really know yet, because we're still kind of writing the record.
So like, it's not gonna sound like, because your older stuff was more like rock.
2015, right? That first record, my first solo record I did in 2015.
I mean, whatever songs we were playing last year.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you did. Jake and Colton backed me up a couple years ago. Those were songs from my first record that came out 5 years ago. I just had the 5-year anniversary for it.
Because that was like rock and roll.
That one I didn't do by myself. I had people help me with that one.
Oh, right,
I
that
had,
one was over under, huh?
Yeah, I had
Okay,
one of the twins from the Dirty Few drum on it. Um, and then I had a friend play bass, and then I had another friend play piano.
nice,
And then, so all I really did was guitar and vocal on that record.
okay. So is your solo stuff like completely different from over under stuff?
Yeah, my new record, the drums are program produced drums.
Okay,
Because I feel like they sound a lot better for what I'm trying to do.
yeah,
even by myself.
okay,
But other than that, I'm playing all those, the bass and guitar
Yeah.
for it. But the drums are programmed.
okay,
But we're
Yeah.
You write it as you go. It's not
yeah,
just
for sure,
click and drag.
yeah.
But
Is it like,
because
it
of
like
that,
rocky,
yeah,
though?
because of that, it sounds a lot better.
mm-hmm,
And the drums sound a lot better. Everything else sounds a lot better.
okay,
I let my brother hear it, who heard my first record, and he
Yeah.
told me it sounds a lot better than the first record.
yeah,
So
definitely as backseaters stuff comes out, it sounds
Yeah.
better than the last one.
I mean, the second record is always better than your
Oh, yeah.
first record.
Unless it's like a whopping hit. Like, do you
Yeah.
remember that band Boys Like Girls?
Yeah.
They put out that first album and just shot into the stratosphere, and then released the second album, and gravity took hold and they fell right
Although
through.
I always tend to like bands' first record.
Yeah,
Like older bands that have been around for a long time, you go back and hear their first record, you're like, wow,
yeah,
that's really good. Like the band called Manic Street Preachers. I don't know if you've heard of them.
mm-mm.
They're from, I think London or UK.
Are they a punk band or?
Yeah, they've been around. I think they began in like '89 or '90 or '89 or '90 around that time. But like their first record, I think they have about 12 out now. Their first record is really good too.
Yeah,
So I feel like I tend to like older material from
Yeah.
bands. Not my own though.
yeah,
I don't really even like listening to myself, but
yeah.
with my new
See,
record,
I do. It's not a narcissism thing. It's just like I've said before, I write the songs that I feel like are missing from my collection, you know? And I'm guilty of listening to my own shit.
I mean, I do after like I definitely do when I'm
Yeah.
writing it.
For sure,
Like,
but
I
you
make-
hear it so
I make
many
Amy listen to it all the time
Yeah.
in the car when we're driving anywhere. Just to do my homework on it, to figure out
Yeah.
what I need to tweak. But after the record is done, I usually.
But when you're in the studio, you
Yeah.
hear the same
listen to
chorus
it,
over
yeah.
and over and over and over
Yeah.
again.
I think I've probably annoyed her a couple times having to listen
Yeah.
to the same song over and over again. But that's currently what we're doing right now.
Nice.
Stereo Shifter, I think we're going to be recording a new single
Okay.
coming up.
Where did they record?
I cannot remember the studio name, but
Wasn't Josh doing it for a little while? Was
he
he
does like
self-recording?
sometimes he'll do like demos at home, but
Oh,
they take it to a studio when they actually want to release
oh,
it.
nice.
They've been around, I think, for about 5 years.
That's insane.
Yeah,
I didn't know about him until recently.
I played with them a couple times when
Yeah.
I did my solo stuff.
Yeah.
So I've known Josh for a while, and
Okay.
then he invited me to join.
That's cool. How did that come about? You guys are just friends?
Well, he kept messaging me and kind of giving me the idea that they want to add a bass player.
Yeah. Because they were a two-piece for a long time.
Yeah, because he would do the guitar and bass thing at the same time, and he
Yeah.
wanted to expand his guitar
Yeah.
technique.
For sure.
And I guess they had a couple people try out that didn't really fit.
Mm-hmm.
And he remembered my previous band, and
Yeah.
I think that helped.
Nice.
So I had a couple other offers, but I didn't. There is another band that would play a show like every week, And I was like, yeah, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't want to be playing out like 6 times.
Was
in
it a
1 month.
cover band or?
No,
it was just,
no.
very...
I don't want to say the name and.
Oh yeah,
and,
yeah. Please don't.
But
Just in case they want to
yeah,
come on.
no. But anyway, you
Yeah.
know, they play out a lot. They don't
Yeah.
feel too much.
It's good when you're starting out and nobody knows who you are,
And
but
then once
like,
you kind of
yeah,
build a little fan base. You
yeah,
know,
because it's hard to get people to
out,
come
and
to
if
a
you're
show
playing
once
out-
a week.
if you're playing out like more than 5 times a month,
Yeah,
you know, it's just not good.
yeah. I mean, it's fun. Don't get me
It's
wrong.
fun, yeah.
But yeah, as far as
And I just like scheduling. At first I was kind of interested, and then I was like, no,
Yeah.
that's probably not going to work out because, again, I work a lot, and then
mhm.
I don't want to be playing a show like twice a week and having to take time off work every week to play
Yeah.
a show.
So you're writing with Stereo Shifter, or
Currently-
they have it written?
Well, what we're recording, Josh had kind of written before I joined, and
Okay.
now that I joined, he wants me to do the bass part for it.
Okay.
We're a 3-piece. But we have a new song that we just first wrote together as a
Okay.
band. I don't know if we're gonna record it soon.
Yeah.
I know he wants to record it, but I don't know
Okay.
when.
Yeah, I think they released at the beginning of 2017. I think that show we played with them, the Backseaters played with them at Moe's. I think that was a release show for
Mhm.
them.
I think I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember what it was for though.
So are they planning to do like another release or just single?
I think we're gonna, that's a good question. I'd like to do it like a 3-song EP.
Yeah.
I still gotta talk to Josh about it, but,
Are you ever gonna go back to the emo hair?
no.
Have you thought about it?
I can't, I don't wanna do the long hair again.
Why?
I like the short hair.
You had it for so long.
I did, that's why I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Uh,
You can see clearly now the
yeah,
hair is gone.
and I think Amy likes me better, not that she didn't before with long hair, but she likes the short hair better.
So what you're saying is Amy's the boss.
Yeah, she's the boss, yeah.
I get it, 100%.
If
There's nothing wrong with that.
none of you are in a relationship yet, you'll find out soon enough.
Little love advice here on the Don't Start a Band podcast. So walk me through your songwriting process. When you write a song, how does it all start? Do you sit down with the intent of writing a song, or does it just shit starts
I
firing?
always have
and
my
you-
guitar with me by like the couch at home, like
Yeah.
I'm sure you probably do it sometimes too. You always have it nearby.
Yeah. I have
Um,
one in my room.
Yeah, I have one at home, right at the edge of the couch in case I come up with something. But this record, I had the title track song written for about a year.
Yeah.
I just didn't really do anything with it, really. I wrote it about a year ago. And
Okay.
I finally just got around to actually recording it, and that's when
Yeah.
all the rest of the structure of it came together.
Did you
and then-
try and like write to the sound of that title track that you had?
Well, I had the name made up, which would eventually was the chorus for the title
Yeah.
track, and then I kind of just went around that.
Okay.
And then the other ones, it's weird how I do it. Sometimes I'll like sit down and write it in 5 minutes,
Yeah.
or there'll be times where I'll like sit on it and then come back to it.
Yeah. Those
But-
back burners.
Yeah, my first record, I wrote that whole record probably in about like an hour.
Damn.
Yeah. Like,
1 hour.
Yeah, if you put them all together, each song I wrote about like 5 to 10 minutes. I don't know, there's a song on my first record called Get There On Time. I don't know if you heard that one yet.
I think we played that one.
Yeah, that was one,
Yeah.
I wrote that in like 5 minutes too.
Damn. So do you like come up with the guitar part and then the lyrics come next? Or do you like spitball as you're playing guitar?
It's both.
Yeah.
Some of them I'll do guitar first, and then some of them I'll do lyrics first, and I'll have a melody in my head.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll be out and about, and maybe driving or something, but I'll go with it, and then I'll get home and write it.
Okay.
I still haven't written the rest of the record yet,
Yeah.
so
Sounds like it's not going to take very long.
I might.
You should
probably
fit
summer.
a form and do a whole record in 1 hour again.
That would be kind of hard.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's unbelievable.
yeah.
I can sometimes not even write a song in an hour.
Yeah, I mean, like once I
Yeah.
feel it, if I start a song, I have to finish it.
Yeah.
I can't like come back. I mean, sometimes I'll come back to it if I can't
Yeah.
figure out the rest of it. But once I have the basic idea of it,
Well, it's hard because
Finish
once
it.
that like fire of inspiration, like that's definitely happened for me. Like that fire of inspiration hits you, and if you don't, take it to full blast or whatever, and you kind of let the fire die down, it's hard
Yeah.
to become excited about that idea again.
yeah, like once you get an inspiration to do it, you want to get as much out
Hell
until you don't really feel like playing anymore. But that's kind of how I write.
Yeah. What so you're 30 now.
30, yeah.
You're engaged. What
Yeah.
what kind of stuff are you writing about? Like
Where
where do you draw inspiration from? Because
Well,
it's
now-
not about chasing girls.
No, not
or-
no more.
Yeah.
Now that we're both about to be married, it does change your writing
Yeah,
process.
for sure. Is it more like introspective? Because like
Yeah,
that's the direction that I've gone. Is
that's
just
where
like
I'm going now too. Yeah,
Yeah.
there is a couple songs that I've written about my experiences with relationship,
yeah,
good and bad.
yeah,
But I feel like some songs come from bad memories.
yeah.
Some of the
Definitely.
best songs can come from a bad memory.
Well, because
Unfortunately.
every time you play that song, like you are gonna feel it.
Yeah.
And what's like one of
That's
the
what it really writing is about too.
yeah,
You want to write a song that other people feel the same way about.
yeah. Well, and people can tell when you're full of
Yeah.
shit and you're just singing,
Random
some-
stuff.
yeah, when you're doing that on stage and people can tell, like, oh damn, who
Another
hurt
cool
you,
thing
Wes?
I
Who hurt you?
another cool thing I just bought that we could probably talk about. I just bought a top box about a couple weeks ago.
Is that like
I don't
it
know.
makes your voice fuzzy?
Yeah, a talk box is, I don't know if you heard Peter Frampton's song, Do You Feel Like We Do? Or Aerosmith's Sweet Emotion at the
Yeah.
beginning, how they do. Yeah, that's a talk box, so it's like a pedal, but there's like a little hole in the bottom of it where
Yeah.
the tube goes, and then the tube runs up and then it goes in your mouth and you make the sounds with your mouth. Like the tube is like an amp.
It goes in your mouth?
Yeah, so like you can have your amp completely off and the pedal on, and you can still play it through the tube.
Oh.
And I got that because I was thinking like I want to do something about unique that people aren't doing,
Yeah.
and I was like I've never really seen anybody in our generation with our genre of music use a talk box.
Yeah.
So
That sounds pretty unique.
So when I play live again for my solo stuff, I'm gonna bring that out. So hopefully that'll.
Oh yeah. You
Yeah,
should make
some attention.
an Instagram video.
Maybe I might.
Because I know I'm still a little confused, so I'd imagine maybe some other people would.
Yeah, maybe I'll
Follow him on Instagram at West Luna Official.
Yeah, there's a couple fake ones out there. So
Really?
yeah,
There's a couple fake yous on YouTube too. I YouTube stalked you. Did I already tell you?
Yeah, really.
Oh,
There's a
okay.
couple of me on YouTube.
There's-
I don't even.
There's
use
a few
YouTube.
West Lunas.
I didn't know
Some
that.
of them are you, some are not
Maybe
you.
I don't know. I don't have a YouTube.
Yeah.
So
I think generally what happens is when you make a Gmail account, it'll automatically,
do
yeah.
a YouTube account.
Yeah. Well, when I started this, I was gonna just roll off of the Don't Start a Band email and like have a separate YouTube channel, but I was lazy about it, and I just stuck with the subscribers that I have on my personal one.
Yeah, I thought about getting a YouTube account, but
You should.
maybe I might.
Making that video content. You can
I
go
think,
live.
I
You were
think-
going live for a while on Facebook. What happened?
Yeah, I do that. Like sometimes I'll do it at like a band practice, or occasionally I'll do it. When I'm writing in
Yeah.
the studio, I'll do it. I don't know. It's weird how it like there'll be times when I feel like doing it, times when I don't.
Yeah.
But maybe
I'm kind of getting addicted to it.
Yeah, at first I got into it like in the photo albums, like I would go live and we would play a couple shows every so often.
Yeah.
Maybe do a live song on Facebook one here or there, but
Yeah.
maybe for the show next week I might do that. I might do a live.
That'd be cool.
I might actually do the whole set live.
Damn. How long is your guys' set? 30 minutes?
Yeah, about 30, half an hour.
Nice.
I think we're headlining. I roll my eyes because I hate headlining.
Why do you hate headlining?
We did it in photo albums a bunch, like the
Oh,
last.
it's such a drag to be the most famous band.
The last tour we did was in 2015, and there was a show that we played in Chicago at the Abbey Theater, and we went on at like 11:30.
Yeah, playing late is
it was
hard.
great. There's everybody left. We're the last band, and we're on tour. And there's like, it's just.
Did you guys have a guarantee?
I think we did, but
Yeah.
still, it's like you still want to play to people.
For sure,
I mean, you could be one person, but
as long
I'm
as
grateful
that
for
one
but
person is
still, I would
going,
let, especially if you're on tour, you still want
yeah.
more people to come out. But
Shout out to Brad Anderson. When I was on tour with If I Fail, we played in San Diego. It was somewhere around Laguna Beach, probably not San Diego. Not sure. I don't know much about California. But anyway, we were playing near Laguna Beach, and Brad Anderson was out there, and he was tattooing, had his own shop and stuff. But we invited him to the show because he used to live in Denver, and like he was in the hardcore scene and stuff. And we played at this pizza place. And
what was it called? I'm familiar with
if
that.
I remember, I don't know.
Laguna Beach, right?
It had like a room that had a stage, and then there was like a divider wall, and then all the other people were in there eating pizza, but nobody watched our set except for Brad, and Brad went nuts. He was like knocking over chairs. Hell yeah,
One person.
it amped me up, and I was like, this one's for Brad.
Speaking of which, shout out to the Viper Room for having me play there more than one time.
Yeah,
Acoustic. And
that's
with
pretty
the
sick
band,
though, playing the Viper.
Tommy, the GM there. If you're end up watching this podcast,
Well, if you share it, you might.
I probably will tag you in it.
Hell yeah. Shout out Tommy from the Viper Room.
Yeah.
Do you like California?
Yeah, we have a lot of family there.
Yeah.
My brother lives there, and I've been going there even before Amy and I met to go visit him.
Yeah.
Um,
Like in LA?
Yeah,
Like the LA area?
her family lives in Santa Clarita, and my brother lives Culver City, which is like not too far from LA.
Okay.
But I played the Viper Room a couple times, and did get offered a Whiskey A Go Go show, but the timing didn't work out.
Yeah.
But that's one venue I like to go. But I know both the talent buyers at both venues,
Damn.
so.
Would you ever move to California?
No. No.
How come?
I lived there before when I was younger.
Yeah.
Amy is from there, and she lived there her whole life, and that's why she moved here. But,
California took it out of her, huh?
yeah, and I don't know. No, I wouldn't move.
Yeah.
Plus,
me
I have
neither.
my parents are here,
Yeah.
and I have family here too.
Yeah. Makes sense. Colorado's great. It's kind of becoming the new California.
Kind of.
Yeah. A lot of people, smog. I'm sure there's famous people somewhere here.
Yeah. I think Bill Murray lived here for a little while too.
Bill Murray?
Yeah, he went to college here. I don't know if you saw like a year ago, they had his like anniversary for his college, and he came here to go to his like reunion.
Oh,
college
damn.
reunion, yeah.
No, I didn't see that. That's
Yeah,
pretty
there are,
crazy
like,
though.
there are pictures on like Twitter, and I think they showed it on the news too. That's how I saw and heard about it.
Shout out to Bill Murray, friend of the podcast.
I hope.
Wouldn't that be nice?
There was one time I was in LA. There was when I played the rec room. After the show, we went to a place called Soho House on Sunset Boulevard, right up the street. It's like a exclusive club. It costs like $2,000 to get in.
Holy shit! How'd you get in?
My brother's coworker is a member, and you could get invited by a member
Oh,
to
okay.
get in. And when you walk in, there was like a couple Rolls Royces parked out front. And there was like a Ferrari on the other side. So like we went up there. It was in like a business building,
Mm-hmm.
on the like almost on the very top floor, so you could see the whole city of LA.
Wow.
And we're like sitting in a booth, kind of like this, and the bar is like right behind us, where kind of like your drum kit is.
Yeah.
And so I get up to go order a drink, and next to me there's a guy in a hat ordering a drink, and I look over, and at first like I saw him hand the card to the bartender that said Bill, and I thought it was Murray, but it said Marr. I don't know if you know who
Bill Maher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Bill Maher.
Damn.
Yeah. I was like, that's. My dad got mad because he went with me for that trip, and
Yeah.
he went to bed early that night. I was like, man, I wish I would have went. I would have.
Who's the most famous person you've ever ran into?
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman?
Yeah, I ran into him at Huntington Beach a couple years ago with Amy.
Oh, wow.
We're at a bar in Huntington Beach, and he just randomly showed up and walked by.
He's pretty easy to point out.
Yeah. And it was funny because she knew him from that rehab show that he was on. I
Yeah.
was like, she was trying to figure it out. I was like, she's like, oh, he's on that rehab show. I was like, no, he's a Chicago Bulls champion.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, she's like, no, he's from the rehab. I was like, no, I'm telling you, he's a Chicago Bulls champion.
You know, he gets invited to go to North Korea all the
Yeah, I
time
heard
and hang
about
out
that.
with Kim Jong-un.
It's funny, like a couple days later, one of my friends ran into what was his the other Chicago Bull player with him, not Michael Jordan, but
You're asking the wrong.
Scottie Pippen.
Oh,
He ran into Scottie Pippen like 2 days later.
yeah.
It's like, that's weird. They probably were hanging out together.
Damn.
But
Yeah, I can't say I've ever ran into anybody famous. Like, I've waited outside of shows to meet like
People,
famous people,
yeah.
but
It's
yeah,
like,
never
you're
just
out
been
and
like,
about,
oh
yeah.
shit, that's so and so.
LA happens all the time if you're there.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Especially if you're hanging out like Sunset, Venice, probably.
Yeah. Sunset, it happens quite a lot. That's
Yeah.
where all, where the Viper Room is and the Whiskey Logo and
And the Comedy Store.
the comedy is on Sunset Boulevard too. And
I think the Comedy Store is on Sunset.
but yeah, that whole lifestyle though, I don't. It's fun to visit that lifestyle, but
Yeah.
to live it, I don't know. I don't want to live it.
Sometimes.
At least not now. Maybe when
Yeah.
I was younger, but
For sure. Yeah, it's not for everyone. Just
No.
like living in.
Colorado.
Yeah. Sometimes, some days, man.
A lot of people are.
I was
moving
gonna
out.
say like, Alaska
Or New York.
or New York. I couldn't do that. Too many people, too
I couldn't
crowded.
live there either. No.
I'd be on the edge.
But not live there.
Do you think people in New York get gray hair sooner than people, say, in Wyoming,
Probably.
who take it easy? And I bet.
Yeah.
It just seems like you'd be stressed all the time. Like, day off, nothing to do.
I mean, it's not much better here now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the mountains used to be a place to escape to, and now it's
Everybody's going there.
everybody's going to the fucking
And
mountains.
the weed legalization too didn't really help.
Weed.
Everybody moved here when we legalized it.
You think that's why they moved here?
I,
See, I always say that, but I really wonder, like, why?
that's a good question.
I thought you would know the answer.
I thought I would know that answer for a long time, but I don't know.
Yeah. You should write a book. Come on.
I don't like to write things down.
You could write, it sounds like you've had a pretty extensive life thus far. You probably have some stories, Walt Disney.
Tour stories, yeah.
West Disney.
They're, probably tourist stories.
Yeah.
But,
No
I mean, nothing
autobiography.
too, crazy, but funny as tourist stories.
Yeah, nice. So, kind of getting back to that band life, how would you describe the differences between being solo and playing in stereo shifter? Like, what things do you like?
Solo,
what
I
things
can
are you
do
not a
whatever
fan
I
of?
want.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm having a song, I want to go, record it, I can do that
Mm-hmm.
whenever I want. A stereo shifter, or if you're in any band, you have to bring it to the other people if they like it, and then you can go off that.
Yeah, those damn other
Yeah.
people.
But it is nice to play with other people though.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
if you join a band and it's not yours, you're pretty much playing somebody else's stuff. So
Yeah. At least for a little while, you know.
For a while, yeah, until you get comfortable with each other to where you can write
Yeah.
together.
It's kind of a weird thing when you start writing with somebody because it's like letting somebody hold your kid.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, I probably agree with that.
Yeah, because you're proud of
Here
this
it goes,
body of
but-
work, and then someone's like, "Hey, can I fuck this up?"
But for the most part, I never say no to trying anything.
Yeah.
When I'm writing and recording
Except
something.
for drugs, right?
Yeah, that too.
Say no to drugs.
If I'm in the studio writing and my producer will give me an idea, if he says try, I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
It might work out, it might not, but we can at least try it. For the most part, it's worked out pretty well. All the ideas he gave me for my new record,
Yeah.
have turned out pretty well. I wouldn't have never thought of doing some ideas for the songs I wrote that he had.
Yeah. Well, it's
So-
kind of like watching a movie, you know what I mean? Two people sitting in a theater, they're watching the same movie, and someone else is noticing different things,
Yeah.
and it looks different
It's
to
good to have
everybody.
the other two eyes there.
Yeah.
In 2 years, because sometimes I'll hear something and sometimes I won't hear it.
Yeah.
And then if I ask somebody to listen to it, they might be able to pick out something I didn't hear.
Yeah.
So that's why I never say no to trying anything new.
Yeah. So that's the major difference. It's
Yeah.
like recording or
Yeah, even play recording and writing on. If somebody tells me, you should try and do this or that part, I'm like, okay.
yeah. Would you ever bring one of your songs to Stereo Shifter?
Maybe if it was the right fit.
Yeah. New stuff's not a right fit.
There's some that could work.
Yeah.
I'm still pretty new, so maybe once we.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but if
band
you
together.
really want to win them over, bring them a kick-ass song.
Maybe I could.
Did we already say shout out to Stereo Shifter?
I don't think we did. If you
Shout out
guys are
Stereo
watching,
Shifter. They're probably
and
not.
we have practice tomorrow night, so
They're gonna watch it tomorrow. You should make
Maybe.
them watch it.
they're probably watching it right now.
Maybe.
Maybe
I did put a link on Facebook.
I can't read
Not
how many
currently
viewers.
right now. Yeah, it's hard to read. I mean,
I can't see.
honestly, the listens are where, because that's the cool thing about podcasts is like YouTube. You have to sit and watch, and like I make the video strictly because like when I watch Joe Rogan and they're talking about something.
The listeners can go back and watch the video, right? Or no?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. People still. I mean, even if they're not watching it live, like
They can
I'll
come
check the
back and watch
views.
it
Yeah,
later.
and people will watch it because like
If you're listening, you can watch it later.
yeah. Sometimes it's funny to watch like the interactions. You know what I mean? Because we're talking into them.
If I hear like the favorite artist of mine is with a podcast and
Yeah.
they're doing audio and video, I'll go
Mhm.
watch it.
Well, that's the thing is like, with podcasts, you can listen while you're driving.
Yeah.
I listen to it at work, it's like kind of a passive
Now that
thing.
you have me on this one, I might get more into it because I never really got into it before.
Yeah.
But maybe now I might.
The podcast world is extensive.
I've done it once actually.
Yeah.
A friend of mine, Josh, had me on one of his 2 years ago,
Hmm.
2 or 3 years ago.
What's his podcast called?
I cannot remember. I will have to send you the link to it.
I cannot remember podcast.
That would be a good name, but
So that every time somebody asks, what's the name of your podcast? I can't remember.
No, that's really the name of the podcast.
Oh my god, fuck, don't start a band. I'm sorry.
I think I just helped you with the new name.
Oh my god, that's genius. Where can I look up your podcast? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
That is
That's the
insane.
name of the podcast. I don't remember.
Or you could name like a band that or a song. This next song is called, I don't remember. Damn. That tickled me. I'm tickled right now.
You could use it. I'm not going to use it.
We could both use it.
We could, but you can
We
use
should
it
start a hashtag on Instagram. Hashtag I don't
What
remember.
was that South Park hashtag? The living room was dying. Hashtag.
The
Yeah,
what?
the other room. Did you watch that episode?
Uh-uh.
Everybody is like on their iPhones now, and they go. Stan was like making a big deal out of it, and he hashtag the living room is dying.
Oh.
Hashtag.
Damn.
Yeah. And then it started trending.
That's crazy. So we kind of already talked about, record labels and stuff, but when you look at the music business today, like, what do you see for yourself and as far as, like, what the fuck is going on nowadays?
I would like to have support from the label, but like I said earlier, a lot of people can do it on their own now.
Yeah.
And, if you have the right connections with people and the experience, I feel like you don't really need.
Yeah. Would you say a big thing is, like, distribution?
Probably,
or-
yeah. Luckily, I was grateful enough to meet people in the business,
Yeah.
and I still kind of keep in touch with those people. I was still good friends with Portugal Man, and we were friends for over a decade.
You also know that Daniel Ratcliffe and the Night Sweats, right?
Nathaniel, yeah, I know Nate.
Nathaniel.
Yeah.
I was thinking of
It
Harry
was,
Potter.
I was too. He was actually in a band called Born in the Flood, which the phone had us play with for quite a while back in the day.
Yeah.
And I prefer that band over his new stuff. But yeah, I still like his stuff. But yeah, I've known Nate for a long time.
Is that what you call him because you're friends? Nate?
Yeah, I'll call him Nate, yeah. And I always I'll be like, hey, remember your band Born in the Flood? Yeah, that should be you guys now.
Yeah.
I mean, it was cool to see him on Jimmy Fallon, but
You don't like that son of a bitch song?
I do. It's good.
Son of a bitch!
I just
Fucking cracks me up every time I hear it.
I just like Born in the Flood better because they were more
Yeah.
like indie pop rock.
Yeah.
I think they're on Spotify.
Born
In the Flood.
In the Flood.
Yeah, go check
Okay.
them out. You can definitely hear Nate's voice in that.
Yeah.
That was like, I don't even know what year that was. Probably 2009, 2010.
Okay.
But yeah, I've known him for a while, and Portugal Man, we've been friends for 13, 14 years.
Sounds like you're pretty hooked up with connections.
I just, from being in bands and playing with people,
Yeah.
and you just maintain that relationship. I'll text Zach from Portugal Man occasionally.
Yeah.
We still kind of keep in touch, but I know he just, when you're that busy, you don't really have time to reply to
Yeah.
everybody all the time. So.
Or you see it and you
Yeah,
forget.
so,
Yeah.
I mean, the last time we hung out, I think they played the Bluebird, and I texted him like the day before, hey, can you get me on the list? And he was like, yeah, I'll get you on. And I was like, how about a VIP? He was like, maybe. And then I show up and there's a VIP.
You said maybe?
No, he said maybe.
Oh.
And then I show up and there's a VIP pass waiting for me.
I thought you were like, yeah, maybe.
But I'll have to show you the picture. But their VIP all access pass was like a nipple, somebody's nipple, and it's
Oh, nice.
Portugal Man.
That's tight.
Yeah, but yeah, they're doing really well now, which is good. It's always good to see bands that start out with you after your previous band expanded that are doing good. Portugal Man was one of those bands that we play with. Well, before I joined, but they play with early on.
That's a good mindset to have because a lot of
Yeah.
times, and I feel like in Denver, this is happening more often than it used to, but I feel like a lot of people have like a me first mentality, you know what I
And then
mean?
if you're not doing what they're doing, you get mad at them because
Yeah.
they're more successful than
Yeah,
you're like, why? I did the same thing. Why am I not where they are?
yeah.
No, I'm more happy for people who.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Not a lot
I mean,
of
they
people.
worked for it. They did the same thing we did.
Yeah,
Touring constantly all the time. And our luck just ran out, but
yeah,
theirs kept going.
for
You
sure.
know, and maybe it might have not been the right band for each member,
Yeah.
but
So where do you see the music business heading? Like, what do you
no
see happening?
I don't know. I don't really
remember.
deal with that, so
Yeah,
I don't really need to.
you don't think about it.
Not until I have to deal with it,
Yeah.
but no.
Wouldn't it be good though to like be one step ahead so you can anticipate for it? Like,
I mean, with my previous experience, I did learn a lot of that side of it, but I didn't really have to deal with it.
yeah. You had somebody else deal with it.
Yeah.
Nice. I wish sometimes we had that.
I have worked for some people which aren't really guilty pleasures, but probably you worked for them before, which I've had. I worked for Drake Bell for about a year and a half.
Get the fuck out of here, really?
When his superhero movie came out, I worked for him for about a year, yeah.
How did you work for him?
I was a street team leader for Colorado.
Okay. Did you actually get to meet him?
I almost did, and then he's a year older than I am. He's 31, 30.
Okay.
But we like the same music.
Really?
Yeah, like he likes Stray Cat. He likes the Stray Cats. I like the Stray Cats, and he likes like all that old like rockabilly stuff.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I almost met him. He was gonna play Elitch's
Son of a bitch.
and then I think I was when I disbanded from that, and then
He's got you doing all this work, and he can't even take the time out to hang
No,
out.
they did. They did offer me meet and greets for that, but I think I really like.
You were like, nah, Drake Bell.
I just
only if Josh is there.
I
Josh
probably
comes, I'll
should've
come.
spent it, yeah. And Aaron Carter too. I worked for him for a little bit.
As like a street team thing?
Yeah,
Damn.
I met him at the Oriental when he played here. They gave me meet and greet for him.
When was that?
Well, you're 25 now, right? How old are you?
Yeah.
Probably when I was your age, 25. 5 years
Yeah.
ago.
Do people still do street teams? I know that used to be like
So,
a popular
yeah.
thing back in the day, but
That's how
what's
I
the
kind of got my
fucking
start
point?
too, like Drake Bell and working for Aaron Carter for a little bit.
yeah.
And then I worked for, my first job in the industry was Under the Influence of Giants,
Okay.
which is AKA now A1 Nation.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
If you go on Spotify, look up Under the Influence of Giants. It's Aaron Bruno's band before A1 Nation. I
Wow.
worked for them for about a year and a half, almost 2 years.
And what did that consist of? Just promoting on social
and
media?
then, and then when they would come here, they would give me like VIP stuff to hang out with them, and they would make sure that I'm doing what I need to be doing.
Hell yeah.
Street team.
Did you get paid or it was like
No,
a
it's
volunteer
just-
basis?
It was just you would get VIP stuff and tickets to shows.
That's not a bad deal.
And now that's how I got into it. I don't put any of those on my resume though.
You should.
People will be like, "You work for Drake Bell and Aaron Carter?" And yeah, no.
Just say that you did, and then, it's not like they'll be able to call them as a reference,
No.
you know?
I wish, because I would love to be able to call them myself. I
Yeah.
did hang out with Aaron Carter's sister at the show. She was pretty cool, but
Yeah.
she was.
What's her name?
I can't remember what her name was.
I can't remember.
But
Her name was I can't remember.
she was just telling me like funny stories about him, like when he was a kid and stuff. So,
Yeah.
but and he was a cool guy too. He was like fascinated with all my tattoos at the time.
Really?
Yeah. He had some, but he didn't have nearly as many as I did.
Yeah. He was like Justin Bieber before Justin Bieber.
became him, yeah.
Yeah, because he was popular like back in the day.
Yeah,
right
Yeah.
after Backstreet Boys kind of lost popularity.
And then he became popular.
Yeah.
It's weird. But yeah, I've had like weird work jobs like that.
Yeah.
But
That sounds pretty cool though. It sounds like you're pretty.
I got free flyers for a superhero movie. They mailed me like 100 posters of that movie.
Okay.
I still have them somewhere.
You just hung them up.
No, I would
You're
have.
supposed
Yeah,
to.
I did hang up some
Yeah.
at like local theaters. So then I think my parents have it somewhere. Still probably have about 50 of them
Oh.
around.
That's very interesting. I've never had a job like that.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
But that's
So
kind of how I would get connected with bands
yeah.
now. Like that's kind of how I did it with photo artists to kind of reach out like that.
Okay. Because the worst they can say is no, right?
Yeah, first you can say is no, and then you just find another band you like and ask them if they need help with something.
Yeah. That's pretty rad.
Yeah.
So we kind of touched on it before. You buy CDs and records, but how do you feel about streaming? Like obviously you said you listen to Spotify a little bit.
I like
but
it. I think it's different than buying records because if you go on Spotify, you'll see how many plays each particular song has, and then you see how many followers the artist has, and then how many listeners the artist has.
Yeah.
Where compared to how many records.
Why does that matter?
That's what I will thought too.
You look at it and you're like, oh, this
That's
one's
why,
too popular.
That's the weird difference between that and buying a record.
Yeah.
Back then it would just be it'd be based on how many records you sold,
Yeah.
And then now I feel like it's how many streams you get and little followers you have.
How do you feel about playing that game?
I don't
Are
know.
you on Spotify?
Not yet. No.
Why?
My new record's not out yet.
But you have this body of music. You have Over Under. You have your old
That is
stuff.
on Spotify. You can find that.
Over Under.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
when it
thought
all
about
boils down to it, that was pretty much a solo record.
Yeah, I could re-release under my name, which I've thought about, but I don't have the physical MP3s anywhere.
Oh, okay.
I thought about re-releasing my first record, but again, I don't have the physical MP3s anywhere to where I can upload it.
They just disappeared.
I think I have the
You
CD
can't
somewhere in my parents' house. I'm gonna have to find it, but
Okay.
because the 5-year anniversary just came up, and I really wanted to re-release the EP under my Spotify name for the anniversary, but
Yeah.
I can find it. So maybe I might do that before the end of the year if I can find it.
Okay. Are you excited to get some solo stuff on Spotify?
Yeah, it's been 5 years since I've done it. So
Nice.
since the first record came out, which is a long time in between a record.
Yeah. But it's not like, you were away not doing anything.
I was busy doing stuff.
I have seen you post, though, a couple times that you were quitting music.
I thought about that too. Yeah, sometimes I feel like everybody gets to a point.
Not me, brother. Not me.
Well, that's good.
You just...
I feel like for people who don't really have a band at the moment.
Yeah, you just
I
get
feel like
discouraged.
to a point where you're like, is it worth trying to keep fighting to find people to play, or just stop it altogether? Because a lot of people aren't into that whole EDM thing, and it's hard to find
Yeah.
people who like the same music, let alone to play it.
Well, at the end of the day, I think you're kind of like me. Like, you can't not write songs.
Mhm.
It's just gonna happen. They come to
I
you
know,
like...
even Amy was like, "You're not gonna quit." And I'm
Yeah.
sure the next day I wrote a new song.
Mike and I talked about it one time. He just texted me. He goes, "Did you see Wes is quitting music? ... Again."
Again, yeah. That sounds like something Mike would text you about.
Dude, Mike Wall is a funny cat.
People listening probably don't know who Mike is, but
Mike Wall is a huge Blink-182 fan. He's a very, how would you describe it?
well, we've known each other for a long time.
He's an intense
A
individual.
long time. We met when we were 13, I think. I've known Mike for over a decade.
Whew.
Yeah.
Almost 2.
Almost 2 decades, yeah. We've known each other.
Shit. Damn. Time flies.
Yeah. I know, it's weird.
Is there anything else you'd like to say about Stereo Shifter? Like, are you excited to start playing in that band?
Yeah, I mean, it's only been, we just had our 2nd show.
Yeah.
This will be our 3rd.
How's it been going, the shows?
Good. I think we have a December show lined up. I can't really announce it yet, but once everything is confirmed,
Just do
I
it.
can.
Come on.
No, I can't. I can't announce it yet. But I think we do have a December
Just
show.
give me the first letter of the venue.
First letter.
Yeah.
I'll give you a letter.
A letter?
That was the letter. A.
Marquee.
Possibly.
It's
That's all
not
I'm saying.
Moonroom. There's no A's in Moonroom.
But we might potentially have a December show. I'm going out of town at the end of the month, so it'll be before that. But
Okay.
yeah, we have a show Friday. Next Friday, which is what, the 20.
At the Larimer Lounge, right?
Yeah, the 23rd. Is that for the date? Yeah, Thursday's.
That's Black
Thanksgiving
Friday,
is
isn't it?
22nd, right? Yeah, so it'd be
Black
the
Friday.
23rd, the Black Friday. On Black Friday.
Okay.
With I think I'm a Boy and State Drugs. And the like, and
yes, friends of the podcast. I had a lovely
Yeah.
time sitting
they
down
were
with
on
those
right
dudes.
before I was, the episode before I was on. Right, that was the last
No,
episode.
there was one in
There was
between,
one in between.
almost made.
Almost. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you're actually the first. You're the first solo one I think I've had in a while. Cause I know I did Aaron from the Host Club. Oh no, I did Tim. Okay, well, it seems like the past couple have been, at least 2 people.
Bands, yeah.
Yeah, which is cool. Honestly, that's why I stopped using the headphones, because I used to do that, but I feel like sometimes people get a little weird about hearing their voice. You know what I mean? So if we just do it like this, it's like we're just having a conversation.
Comfortable, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's not like we're on a radio.
mm.
Hey, everybody! It's 5 minutes past the hour.
Another good band, Say Anything.
Yeah,
I've known
Say
them
Anything.
for
Sometimes.
about a decade as well. I've known them for quite a while.
You know them?
Yeah,
Like Max Bemis?
Parker and I don't really know Max that well. We've met,
Yeah.
but I've known Parker for a long time. Jake Turner, who was their original guitar player.
Yeah.
Him and I have known each other long. I've known him longer than I've known Parker.
Wow.
But yeah, Parker and I are good friends. The last time over here, every time they come to town, just hooks me up with VIPs and
Yeah.
stuff to hang out with them. But
Well, you're connected. Get on it.
yeah,
You're nice to
Luckily-
these people. Milk it. Just be like,
Yeah.
yo, I've been your friend for a long time. Help a brother out. Is that a comment we just got?
that's it. There's one comment,
Oh, it's just one viewer.
one viewer.
Hello, one viewer. Glad
Thank
to
you.
have you here. Yeah, man, I'm excited for you with the Stereo Shifter. It's been, a little while since.
Yeah, if you have time this Friday, let me know. I can get you on the list for that.
Oh, you don't have to get me on the list. I like to buy tickets, support. It's
We have-
not easy.
No, I think we both know that.
Yeah. Do you have pre-sale tickets?
I don't think they're doing pre-sale. I think it's just buy out the door. I'll
Okay.
have to talk to Josh about
Maybe
it
on the
tomorrow.
website or something?
Yeah, you can buy it on the website for
Okay.
sure. If you go to their Lounge, you can buy it's like $10, I think.
Yeah. Larimer Lounge has really good sound on stage and off stage.
I'm still debating if I want to go Friday, this Friday,
Yeah.
only because I work the day after. But in my friend's band, they don't go on until 9:30.
Nice.
They always go on late, and they're playing for like 2 hours.
Okay.
It's their 20-year anniversary of one of their records.
Nice.
So that was another band we toured with to my previous band tour with
Yeah.
Local H.
Okay.
They'll be here Friday. Yeah, they're real loud.
So if you had a couple pieces of advice to give bands starting out, or just, you know, any bands that may not know this, let's hear 3 pieces of advice you'd give.
I would just do it. You know, and
One.
don't say no to trying anything in the studio if you're
Except for
recording.
drugs.
Yeah, that, and then just keep doing it.
All right,
And
keep doing
I
it.
can't. What was it? I don't know the name of it.
I can't remember.
I can't remember.
Oh man, that just blew my mind. I think that's the funniest thing I've heard all week.
I can't
Granted, it
remember.
was only Tuesday, but damn,
It
that
was
blew my
one
mind.
Tuesday.
All right, so the advice. What plans do you have? When can we expect the EP? You don't know?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
I can't remember. Maybe summertime, I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I wanted to do it for the holiday, but
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna
How many
do it.
songs do you have written?
There's 2.5. We're working on the third one. That's why it's 2.5. I mean, hopefully by
6
the
or
next
7
couple weeks
songs,
there's gonna be
yeah.
3 written. Well, there's 4. But
Yeah.
the other song is kind of like it's more of a cover.
Do you go to the
Probably.
studio a couple times a week?
I try to. Like
Yeah.
when if you know Nick has a morning off and I have a morning off, we'll get together and
Okay. Is it like out of his house? Or?
yeah, that's how his apartment. Yeah.
Nice.
So we'll try to get together as much as we can.
Okay.
This week I don't think we're going to because our schedule didn't really line up, but maybe
That's always a
following week,
bitch.
yeah. I know we just started writing a new song too.
Yeah.
I really wanted to finish, but
iPhone recordings, man.
well, we're writing it together. So
Oh, okay.
like he came up with the guitar part because I told him I was like I have no idea what I'm gonna do for that's why I said I don't say no to.
Yeah.
Try to
Do you use guitar effects? Like effect
No.
pedals?
I don't use. I do. There's in one song I use for the rhythm guitar. I do like the phaser on
Okay.
the amp.
Yeah, I know you turn
Yeah.
the gain up.
I
all
like the
way.
gain. Yeah, I do like gain. Yeah,
You are very big on the gain.
yeah. I don't really use any pedals. I just like to go straight.
Yeah.
Straight to the. Other than the top box, which. is
So what
more
you're
of a-
saying is you hate pedals and you think
I
they're
don't-
stupid?
I've been curious.
Are you calling me stupid?
I have been curious about pedals, but they're just so expensive too.
Yeah.
That's the
I
other
mean,
thing.
TC Electronic, they make some pretty quality
Granted,
pedals.
My top
for-
box was $170.
Yeah, you don't have to buy $170
No.
pedals.
But I really wanted one, and nobody uses them in
Yeah.
our generation of music nowadays.
Promise me you'll make an Instagram video of you playing.
Yeah, I can actually. I made one when I got it. I'll send it to you later.
Okay.
Um,
Post it on Instagram.
I thought I did.
Dude.
Maybe I'll make a new one.
People are gonna want to see
Yeah,
it.
but I'm gonna try and record a song with it, but it's hard to record with it
Nice.
because you can't plug it straight into your like DI or whatever you're using to record with,
Yeah.
because it comes out of the tube. So
Mhm.
like the tube we can run it through right here, and it would come like a little bit further out, like right about there, and you just put your mouth on it.
You put your mouth
On
on
the
it,
tube,
and then what do you do?
you just like when you play, you use your mouth to make the sounds.
Like with your voice?
Yeah.
Or
Like and you've heard a wah wah pedal before, right?
yeah.
It's kind of like that, but instead of
Okay.
using your foot, you use your mouth. And like I've been learning how to like speak.
Like wow,
Clearly with it,
wow,
yeah.
wow.
It's hard to like speak every letter
Mm-hmm.
clearly, and I've been practicing a
Yeah.
lot before I actually record with it.
Yeah. You know,
But-
it's funny because the people who listen to this, like, I'll do drum sounds like do gat, or wow, wow. I'm sure it's funny to listen to.
Yeah, it is. At
I'm
first,
so funny,
a
Wes.
lot of people think it's funny, but
Yeah.
it's like it's hard. It's
Yeah.
like hard to use. Like it looks easy, but I thought it
It doesn't sound easy.
When I watched Peter Frampton do it, I was like, oh, that's easy. He can do it. I can do it. It's like, no, he's been doing it for like 30 years, you know.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm probably gonna do a song with my record with the top box too.
That's awesome. I look forward to hearing it.
I don't know what it. I've been trying to write with it, but it's hard.
I'm sure whatever it is, it'll be great.
But it's a cool pedal if you are curious about it.
I'll look into it.
Yeah,
For
it's
sure.
kind of on the pricey side of pedals, but
Yeah.
once you have it, it's worth it.
Awesome.
But
Is there anything else you'd like to tell the listeners?
other than we have a show next Friday.
Next Friday, Larimer Lounge
Yeah.
with friends of the podcast, The
Yeah,
Lincoln.
Lincoln, I'm a Boy, and State Drugs.
Do you know how much it is?
I believe 10. If you go on larimerlounge.com, it should be on there.
Okay. Right on. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
I know we've been meaning to do it since I announced that I was gonna do it, so
Yeah,
I'm glad we finally got to sit down.
hopefully we can have the band on.
Hell yeah. Alright, well, thank you, and thank you to everybody listening. I love you. Alright.
Oh, that was fun.
I always do that little pause at the end.
There's a long pause at the end.
And as far as YouTubers, I'm sad because the one person who's watching tuned in right at the end. But the whole video is going to be on YouTube, and the podcast is going to be on Apple Podcasts and Google Play and all that fun stuff.
Here, I'll play these songs for you now before I leave.
On YouTube Live. Or you
we
want me
still-
to?
maybe we should end. Sorry,
All right,
guys.
we're
not
going to
ready
end
yet.
this.